your playlist, so...
They're on a playlist, but I don't know what playlist or where, which is... Steely Dan.
Oh, yeah.
Steely Dan are a band that I feel like... Good morning, party people. Do any of you know Steely Dan? I feel like a lot of our fans that are younger might not know Steely Dan. You and I are old as fuck. You're as old as time.
I invented time.
Yeah.
Which is...
It's such
Which
a
is
weird
interesting
thing.
and ironic because
You're
I'm
as
really
old as
bad
you
at
invented it. Yeah. Well, that's why. Because you're like, I'm beyond being on time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of people wouldn't know them, but maybe you would. Like, Reelin' in the Years
Great
is
song.
such an iconic song. Anyway, I see Steely Dan and Dire Straits and stuff as being all the same sort of like era of music, and it was just a different time.
Yes.
Very cool.
It was.
Anyway. Today we're checking out The Word Alive, New Reality. Johnny had not really listened to The Word Alive before we checked out the last track, which I can't remember the name, but you loved it.
I really loved it. They were a band that I had listened to, but it was never sort of... I think I only actually actively checked out one album. They were one of those bands that that would always come up on artist, shuffle and things like that, artist radio and stuff on Spotify and things, but I never really gave them a lot of attention. But the last song really, really grabbed me. And I'm very keen to check out if this one is up to that standard. Don't know why I did a little tappy thing there. Sometimes you just got to tap, tap-a-roo,
Are you too good for your home?
If you get that. Yeah, I don't even have to say what reference that is, right?
Comment below if you know the reference. I reckon there'd be people that...
Comment below if you don't know the reference, because I don't want everyone to go in there and go, oh, that's easy, blah, blah, blah. If you don't know what Tap, Tap, Tap-a-roo is from, let us know below. Yeah. Because I feel like that is one of those movies that if you like humour and comedy at all, you have to watch that movie. You have to have seen it.
I disagree. I think
really?
Yeah, I feel like that... Comment now, because I'm about to ruin it and tell you who it is. Thank you. I feel like if you don't like Adam Sandler, and there's a lot of people that don't like that Adam Sandler goofy style of humour...
Yeah.
Then that's not for you. If you like comedy, you don't have to like Adam Sandler style comedy.
No, that's true, but I feel like that movie was such a seminal point in, like, cinematic history for comedy movies. I think it was...
for an age bracket. I think you were
potentially
the perfect age for that, and everyone around your age and my age, like I was a bit younger for that. I didn't see it when it came out. I saw it a bit later.
Yeah.
So I feel like potentially, if you were like mid-30s, 40 around that age, and that came out, maybe that wasn't for you.
What are your... We'll put a timestamp. Chill the fuck out. The last two videos we got into it pretty quick. That's what she said. What would be your top 5 comedy films of all time? Because...
Yeah, they're all the same era. It's all...
Because people say... Like, comedy's obviously very important to us, because people say that we have good, funny banter and stuff. And
Robin Hood, Men in Tights.
Fantastic movie.
That is such a good movie.
Mm-hmm.
Anchorman, you can't really beat because it's so quotable. Zoolander, you can't beat because it's so quotable.
So good, yeah.
Old School is so funny, and that's like an all-time one for me.
That's interesting.
What's the one? Wedding Crashers?
Oh, Wedding Crashers is all time. That's great. But, like, it's funny that you said Old School because...
Sorry, I'm
No, go.
Anything Jim Carrey. Jim Carrey was like my favourite growing up.
Ace Ventura?
So good.
Stop it. Don't even fucking talk about it.
Don't
just
make
Ace
me
Ventura.
Stop. Can't stop.
Both of them.
Yeah. Number two for me, because I was too young for the first one when it came out.
Into the bone. So good.
Guado. Collect the whole set.
So good. Yeah, I love that. It's great. I'm surprised you said Old School though, because I think I need to go back and watch Old School because I loved it, but it doesn't, for me, it doesn't reach Anchorman or Step Brothers.
Oh, there's so many quotable lines in that for me. Yeah. Definitely go and watch it. It's amazing. It's so funny.
Like, I loved it, but for me it would be Anchorman, Step Brothers, Super Troopers.
Yeah, don't love Super Troopers personally.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Super Bad?
Oh, Super Bad.
So good.
Yeah. And then I would probably say it would have to be tough to get in that 5th spot for, like...
just jerking off a few dudes over here.
Trying to get in that spot. Would be between, like, things like Happy Gilmore, Ace Ventura, When Nature Calls, and for me, probably Jay and Silent Bob Strikes Back.
So I've never seen it. That was just, again, that's an era I was too young for.
Yeah.
Mean Girls, so good for me.
Yeah, Mean Girls is great.
I think I told this. This is gonna be a long intro. Sorry, Tristan, our friend Tristan. He and I used to work at this surf shop directly opposite a HMV, like a DVDs, music, and that sort of stuff. And they always used to have like 3 for $40 in the DVDs. And we knew the guys there, so it ended up becoming like 6 for $40. And one day Tristan went in and was like, "Oh, got him!" And he loved Mean Girls so much he forgot he had it in his hand and bought it twice in the one purchase.
Oh my god.
Went to return it back later on. He's like, "I'm an idiot. I bought this twice." And they're like, "Oh yeah, you bought that full price, right? Here you go. That's $60. Go get another 4 DVDs." He bought it again. He bought it 3 times in one day. He did not. That's an actual thing, I promise you, because he's like, "Yeah, I just rebought Mean Girls." One, it says something about his memory.
Yeah.
Also about how good Mean Girls is.
He was drinking a lot at the time.
Very drunk on his lunch break. But yeah, Mean Girls is right up there. There was another one when you said then that reminded me, but I don't remember what it is. Anyway, we're going to get into this now. The Word Alive. Sorry for rambling.
Give us your top 5 comedy films in the list below, in the comments below, please. It's very
Liar,
important.
Liar. That was it.
I'm kicking my ass, do you mind?
The pen is blue.
Fantastic. Anyway, 3, 2, 1.
Can you taste the fear in the back of my throat? So terrifying. And I'm shaking like a tremor, face down on a bed of
Okay, Marilyn Manson.
Bit of Bad Omens.
Yeah, well, especially his vibe.
Welcome to your new reality.
Oh.
Cool production.
Great guitar work.
Welcome to your new
Very cool.
Ooh, fill it.
Yes! Chunky, chunky. The fucking groove is sick. Oh, those harmonics.
This is giving me huge memories, vibes of like what Linkin Park were in terms to the heavy scene, but also accessible to a more widespread rock audience.
Yeah.
The productions is so good. He's got such a great clean vocal. The heavies are heavy and driving, but without being too much.
They're not abrasive. Like they're not over the top. It's done very tastefully. It's definitely really, really good sort of gateway.
That's
gateway
exactly
sound.
it. Also, I love there's just a big gateway right there at the screen when you say that. But yeah, that's exactly it. It's a way for people to access heavy music there without being like, oh, it's giving me anxiety. It's too much in my face. Like this is done super, super well. The production's phenomenal. I love all the little guitar work.
That's the other thing. It's like any fan of heavy music that thinks that when a lot of these bands become a bit more stale, for use of a better term, when they go a little bit more towards the accessible mainstream side, they feel like they lose a little bit of what made them a metal or metalcore band. I feel like this has got enough of those little nuances and those dynamics in there and that flashy guitar work, sick drum fills, to really say, oh no, we still are up there with the best of them in terms of musicality and stuff.
Yeah,
it's sick so far. He has a great voice.
Even the repetition of lyrics, the repetition of that guitar line, that's exactly how it sounded.
Very hooky.
Yeah, super hooky. It made you just be able to like bop along to it.
That's one of those songs as well where the chorus is so strong, you want to hear it more and more, and you don't get sick of it, which I think is really, really awesome.
Testament to them, yeah. For
I
sure.
love how they started with this weird sort of almost spoken word intro verse, and the first thing that hits you is the chorus. Great move, very smart, very clever.
What did you guys think of New Reality? Are you fans of The Word Alive? I feel like Telly and the boys do such a really cool job of keeping what they do interesting, and that's going to go straight on my Heavy Vibes playlist.
Yeah, that's going to go... I think I could probably put that one on Easy Riffing because it didn't have too much screaming. But I feel like anyone who's listening to Easy Riffing, because that's what it's for. It's for when you want to sort of like dabble with the heaviness.
You know, when you dabble.
You just want to dabble. Telly, if you're still watching by this point, let us know your 5 favourite comedy films.
Also, come on the channel and let's chat. Let's do it in person!
Oh yeah, let's do that.
Thanks for watching, guys. See you next time.
Peace.